Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am the budgeting esthetician, and today I'm going to be doing a cash stuffing for my second paycheck of June. Thank you so much to anybody who has watched my previous videos, and I hope that you stick around. A little bit about me, if you have not seen my previous videos, I am a credit card spender and prop bill stuffer that started as a real cash stuffer and might go back to it one day if need be, but for the time being, I really enjoy spending on my credit card and just having to put a little bit less effort into my budget. I find it has not affected how well I stick to my budget and how I hold myself accountable since I do these stuffings, and I've already done my first cash unstuffing for the month, but I will do another one after this paycheck if you want to see how I track my spending to make sure that I stay on track that way, as well as monthly condensings and sinking fund updates to track my progress on how I am saving from month to month. I would say, focused on my sinking funds and my savings challenges right now. As somebody who is lower income and only has student loan debt, I'm really not somebody who has debt as a priority right now, but I definitely am trying to save as well as I can so that I don't go into consumer debt. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get into today's cash stuffing. If you didn't watch my first video, I do work at the front desk of a spa, so this paycheck came in on the 16th, which is slightly larger due to the fact that working at the front desk, we get retail commission for any products that we sell up there. So that came through on this paycheck. So I not only got paid for the hours that I worked, but I also got that commission on this paycheck as well. So yeah, paycheck 2 here you can see is from my full-time job, and that was $899 this time. And then cash back is cash back that I get from spending on my credit cards. So that was $23 because I went on vacation. We have to kind of figure out how we are splitting that all up. But I did a lot of the spending on my credit cards because I knew I was going to get cash back. So those total up to $922 to stuff today, which is amazing. So we are going to go ahead and count this money here to make sure that this is $922 today. So here we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700, 720, 40, 60, 80, 800, 820, 840, 50 and 60, 865, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 900, 905, 10, 15, 20, and 922. So perfect, we have the right amounts. Alrighty, so we will go ahead and get started in our expenses and savings binder. And I will start marking things off here on our bills tracker in my next cash unstuffing. But starting with bills, I have also decided to add on YouTube Premium to my bills because it perfectly makes my bills an even amount each month. And I do watch a lot of YouTube, and I've been doing it for at least a week or two now, and it actually with a trial first, and it is so nice. I don't think I can ever go back to watching ads, honestly. So for bills, we add everything into this one envelope except for my student loans, and all this adds up other than that to $175. So that's what we're putting in today. So $150.75. And we will just add that in here. Alrighty. So now in bills, we have 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, 400, 405, and 407. $407 in there until our cash unstuffing video. Alright, debt is going to get its usual 50 today. So now it has 50, 100, 150. And I will write that total down here on our iPad. By the way, I don't know if I said anything about it in my first video, but you definitely do not have to use an iPad. I got this one when I went to school. It was like part of our tuition kit thing we got. So yeah, you definitely do not need an iPad to budget with or track your expenses with or anything. This is just how I do it because I have this iPad anyways. Yeah, you can definitely just do this on like pen and paper. So coming back up here to our variable expenses, we start with gas, and that gets its normal 25 today. So just a 20 and a 5. And this envelope is going to start getting a little bit wonky once I start accounting for driving Lyft. Moving along to our groceries, it also just gets its normal 250 today, so 100, 250. Into groceries. And then for spending, it usually only gets 100 per paycheck, but this paycheck, since I knew it was going to be a magic month and that I was going on vacation and whatnot, I did give myself 200 for that. So that is all of our hundreds gone. So yeah, those are just going to go right in there. And go ahead and watch my last cash unstuffing or plan to watch my next one if you want to know kind of what makes up my spending category. All right, moving down to our savings. Ahead is good at its 1,500. That is at its goal for me for right now. Cushion, however, is going to get $7 today. So that is just a 5. And then a 2. I think my goal for this fund to get it up to is now 375 and make sure it kind of hovers around there at least at all times, because that is a typical paycheck's worth of my variable expenses. So now in here we have 100, 200, 300, 320, 330, 335, 340, 345, 347, 349, and 350. $350. So the goal with my next magic month paycheck is going to be to get this up to 375, and we should definitely be able to do that. Alrighty, and then rainy day is another one of my emergency funds. And then moving along to savings. For this, we are currently doing this $500 savings challenge from Mary Plans. And because I was only able to stuff $10 last time, we will be stuffing $50 this time, which is the biggest amount on this challenge. So I'm just going to mark off this one right here in the middle. But yes, I need to get rid of these bigger numbers. So I'm going to try to get rid of the other 50 with my next paycheck as well. So now in here we have $50 and $60 in our savings challenge. Perfect. Alrighty, so that is it for our expenses and our savings binder. So we will move along to our sinking funds, starting with our long-term sinking funds binder. For annual bills today is going to be getting its usual $5. This is basically just for my car registration, as well as I have a Planet Fitness membership and they do a yearly fee. So now in here we have 50, 70, 75, and 80. $80. The goal for in there is 100. So we are getting there. Business is not getting stuffed. I think I'm going to start stuffing this here pretty soon though, because I'm going to stop stuffing annual bills until the beginning of next year, I think. So basically business is going to be getting $5 a paycheck instead of annual. Next is car, and car is going to be getting 25 today. So 20 and 5. And now car has 50, 70, 95, 100. And I'm trying to get up to 150 in here for like having around for maintenance. purposes, and then I will be starting a savings challenge in here as well. Home is another one of my savings challenges, and I was able to stuff $40 this paycheck since it was a little bit higher, so it is just getting 20, 40. And now in home, oh, and let me mark that off here on my tracker. I'm going to just do this first $40 that I see. Alrighty. And now in home, we have 20, 40, 65. $65. This challenge is a $5,000 savings challenge, and it is going to come along pretty slowly for me. It is not like my number one priority right now, but I'm trying to add little bits at a time as much as I can in there to eventually move out somewhere. So moving along to our medical sinking fund, and that is getting 25 today. So 25. If you can't tell, I really like to stuff like even amounts in my sinking funds. So now medical, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95. $95 in there. That's going to be a satisfying envelope to condense in my bill condensing and sinking funds update video. Alrighty, and pet care and travel are currently not getting stuffed. I think I'm going to start trying to stuff travel here soon, though. So that is it for our long-term sinking funds binder. So moving along to our short-term sinking funds. More of these categories get stuffed because I stuff smaller amounts in here. Alrighty, so starting with Adventures. Adventures gets $5. So now it has 5 and 10. $10 in Adventures. Alright, clothing. Clothing gets 15. And I believe that is what it has from our last cash stuffing. So it should have 30 now. 10, 20, 25, and 30. Perfect. And I believe it should be the same for our giving sinking fund. This is for anybody other than myself, gifts, taking somebody out to coffee, anything like that. So that has 10, 20, 25, and 30 now as well. That really needs to start bulking up for Christmas time now that we are halfway through the year. Holidays is getting 5. Now Holidays has 5 and $10. Small amounts add up, you guys. I'm telling you. Don't get discouraged if you can't add as much as you want to your sinking funds. All right, household also gets 5, and that we drained in our last cash unstuffing. So that is all that it has now. And then miscellaneous is still not getting stuffed. I think I figured out what I want to do as far as stuffing that sinking fund. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that I could stuff enough that I wanted to in my savings challenges this paycheck, since I wanted to get that big 50 out of the way. So we weren't able to stuff anything this paycheck, but maybe next one or the one after that. All right, and then Pamper gets this last $25 here, and it already has 25 from our last stuffing. So Now in Pamper, we have 20, 40, 45, and 50. And this one will also be getting bulked up in my Magic Month stuffing. All right. Let me mark that total down here. And then that concludes this cash stuffing today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was a little bit more exciting to stuff some more in our categories today. Come back next week for my second cash unstuffing of June, where I unstuff all the money that I spent during this pay period. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.